She's the new Charo. She sings better than Christina, Britney, and Jessica. She's our favorite. She's Shakira. Shakira rocks. She's next. Welcome back. This is A Current Affair, and this is Shakira.
She stands 4'11", and she's only 28, but don't underestimate her. Shakira Isabel Mebarak-Rapol is a pistol in the music world. Today, with millions of platinum albums, Grammys, and music awards behind her, Shakira has become one of music history's most stellar Latin crossover stories ever. To see her today, one would never guess she came from nothing and nowhere.
She's a Latin-based superstar that just is a strong-looking female, and she screams her nationality. You know, she's Colombian and she's proud of it.
She came out of the slums. It happens. Where else would she come from? Bob Marley came out of the slums too. James Brown came out of the slums. People with talent are so motivated and so driven, they will rise no matter what you do.
Her father is Lebanese, her mother Colombian. You can hear the Arabic and Latin influences of the cultures in her life. Shakira speaks 4 languages. In her show-stopping number for MTV's first Spanish broadcast ever, she hit the American stage on her own terms and crossed cultural barriers forever. Shakira started writing her own songs when she was 8. By the time she was 14, Shakira had signed her first album with Sony Columbia, a compilation of songs she had written. Here, a darker and younger Shakira sends a kiss to her growing fans.
Estaremos presentando en el Casino de Puerto Rico a la cantante misteriosa.
The woman whose name Shakira means woman full of grace is all that here in a very different kind of show earlier in her career at a nightclub in Puerto Rico.
Tengo celos de ti. Yo tengo celos de ti. Porque te quiero. Sí, tengo celos de ti. Yo tengo celos de ti.
But it was the sensational album Laundry Service that put Shakira on the world stage and beyond cultural boundaries, making a world-famous star of a Latin superstar. It was her first English-speaking album and went triple platinum.
Every day you find new ways to hurt me.
It was amazing, an amazing experience to have this re-encounter with my fans and to be back on stage. You know, I just feel that I'm back in my body.
Sold 13 million copies. That's bang. You sell 13 million copies of anything in the era of downloading. You got something going on.
Shakira writes and produces all of her own music. She's a perfectionist. You know, she takes her own direction. She's the person that produces and writes it, so you're getting Shakira.
She's not fluff. In America right now, when you think about the attractive female front person, we have the Simpson girls and Hilary Duff. They are products of electronic prosthesis. It's one thing to sell records on the pop charts. It's another thing to aim what you do at the pop charts. She sort of makes them and lets the world decide.
Beautiful.
And the world has decided. The world seems to love Shakira. She now enjoys the artistic freedom and control that few others have so early in their career. It has replaced the likes of Michael Jackson and Britney Spears in major national ad campaigns. Here, Shakira's famous hip-wiggling goes national.
Shake to Shakira with the VCast Beat, the latest from Verizon Wireless. And enjoy the best broadband entertainment.
I don't make albums like hamburgers. Believe it or not, I know that people might think that I've been scratching my belly or something like that because I've been out of circulation, away from the cameras, away from the stage. But in reality, I was just working every day, you know, writing, producing, making demos, and just creating this album, giving birth to this baby. In reality, is two babies, so it's twins.
The twins are twin releases of her new album, Oral Fixation, and true to form, the Spanish version was released first. The English version is due in November. She made history when the album landed number 4 on the Billboard charts, the biggest debut for a Spanish-language album ever.
Shakira has staying power because she doesn't conform to what's out there. She put a Latin album out at a time where people are probably looking for her to come out directly with an English-speaking album. She stayed true to her roots.
She's a very savvy business person. In that way, she is somewhat the Latina Madonna. The Economist said that she has grossed over $100 million in the last 4 years. I think that she recognizes her roots with her foundation, the Bare Feet Foundation, where she is always donating shoes and sneakers to kids all over Latin America so they don't walk around barefoot. She started a new school for 600 school children in Colombia that basically had nowhere to go. This is critical to her, really, when you think about it. The idea that you have to give something back to the community.
Her 5-year romance with Antonio de la Rua, son of former president of Argentina, is not only the inspiration for some of her material over the past 5 years, but now the subject of wedding talk.
And of course, there's his parents and my parents and his brothers and sisters and my brothers and sisters. And then we go to the uncles and aunts, and then, okay, well, the cousins. We have to invite the cousins. But how about the first cousins? Well, yes, and the second cousins, and the third cousins, and the fourth cousin. You know, 4th grade and 5th grade and all that. So at the end, we're like, okay, forget it. Let's talk about it another day.
It would be interesting to see how the public relates to her if she marries De La Rua, if she has children. That's when you see what your fan base is made of. A lot of divas, when they belong to somebody else, obviously, and when they start churning out children, their fan base doesn't feel the same way they did.
Yes, ma'am. That is the biggest project of my life, I think. So I have to get ready for that.
Doubtful anything will thwart this once poor Colombian child. She has made it this far on her own and in her own terms.
Real clever, but don't make me hurt your name forever.
By the way, this year she won Best Female Video at the VMAs. Shakira, which means woman full of grace in Arabic, might as well mean like no other.
Did I mention that we like Shakira? I did. Back in a moment.
Never touch a lady, won't let me sing. You're not too far from maybe. Every day you find new ways to